Good morning, everybody. So the audio you will be hearing in the background is NASA's direct YouTube channel. It may be interrupted depending upon what is going on with the launch itself and on these channels. I am broadcasting both Mr. Radar and on the Jessica's Two-Car Garage. I'm pretty tired right now, so I have to excuse the fact that I'm tired and everything, but yeah, I will be right back.
Welcome to Station Life. ICER 2 for velocity calculation. We did have 45 and 46 all around there.
You have a go right now for that activity.
Thank you.
Okay, Tracy, we copy, and that's the information. We'll pass it along.
Welcome back. This month on Station Life, we're going to highlight the International Space Station as a platform for studying the Earth and take a behind-the-scenes look at what it's like to live and work aboard the International Space Station. You know, they say a picture's worth 1,000 words. The first pictures taken by humans from space forever changed the way we view ourselves and our world. If you've ever flown on an airplane in the window seat, you know the natural desire to stare out the window. Well, aboard the International Space Station, one of our favorite things to do during our off time is to stare at the beauty of our home planet.
Take a moment every day to look out the window and appreciate where you are. Literally watch the Earth go by. We're going around the Earth once every 90 minutes. So you see a sunrise and a sunset every hour and a half.
It's just so vast and so vibrant in color, and so much contrast between the black that it kind of overwhelms you at first. You don't just look out the window during the day. Go for the times between day and night, and then night and day, and take some time to look out into the universe at nighttime, because that's when you can really see all the stars. And you can see that the stars are not only like in a planetarium where they're sort of in a 2D field, they're actually 3D, and some are farther than others.
But you can see the blues and the oranges and the reds and the whites and the yellows, and really see more color about the stars, which indicates more about where they are in their life cycle, what kind of things they're burning and doing. And you would think that you'd get tired of looking out the window, but you never do.
Like I said before, a picture's worth 1,000 words. But in the case of International Space Station imagery, a picture could also be worth 1,000 lives. An imaging system aboard the station called Environmental Research and Visualization System, ICER, captured photographs of Earth from space for use in developing countries affected by natural disasters. This is yet another way the orbiting laboratory is serving humanity off the Earth for the Earth.
SERVIR is a joint NASA and USAID program where we're working with developing countries around the world and strengthening their ability to use satellites to address the many problems that they have, including floods, fires, harmful algal blooms, and other types of events that they have, where they can use satellites to really make better decisions.
We're using space information to make decisions that affect people in the village where they live.
When there's a major disaster, governments around the world come together and they provide all of the satellite data basically that the world has to offer. But there's smaller disasters that occur in the countries that we work in that may not make the front page of the New York Times, but in that country, it's a really big deal. We asked ourselves, could we make a difference if we had a dedicated imager for acquiring imagery quickly after natural disasters, and to be able to provide that imagery back to the countries that need them, that have real decisions that need to be made with a very quick turnaround. As NASA, we looked in our own backyard and started thinking, could we use the International Space Station? The International Space Station was a really fantastic asset to take advantage of, because it passes over 90% of the Earth's populated area every 24 hours. We developed an imaging system and we called it ICER, which basically is a camera and a telescope system that sits inside the International Space Station and can collect imagery when it passes over natural disasters or other events that we need to collect imagery.
Initially, we were planning to take a few pictures per day.
So we contacted all the USAID missions around the world, and in total we had more than 2,000 requests coming, for people who need images from ICER.
And we moved to like 1,000 images per day. We provided ICER imagery for many, many natural disasters, including floods and fires, for deforestation, for volcanic eruptions, for earthquakes. So it was really a fantastic example showing how imagery from the International Space Station could be used in these times of dire need.
And now we have the huge archives of images of areas around the world. So this is something that was not really there before.
ICER is an example of, in essence, making the International Space Station even more international and connecting space to village to better understand and protect our home planet.
Imagine bread loaf-sized satellites zipping around the Earth each day, imaging the globe and providing updates on the environment. Thanks to the International Space Station, this constellation of satellite image gathering has been made a reality. With the mission of photographing the majority of the Earth every day, Planet Labs created small satellites, individually referred to as doves, to capture ground imagery for use in humanitarian, environmental, and commercial applications. With the 2005 NASA Authorization Act designating the U.S. segment of the station as a national laboratory, the space station drives growth of a robust commercial marketplace in space through endeavors like Planet Labs. The Earth imaging mission of Planet Labs' Dove satellites takes another leap toward creating benefits on Earth, resulting from innovation in space.
What happens if you wake up in the morning and you understand the state of the world as it is right now?
What could that data enable? How could people make smarter decisions? How could, for example, a farmer get better yield on his or her crops? How could somebody help disaster response? How can we use satellites to help humanity? That, in many ways, was the underlying thesis of doing Planet Labs, was to get data into the hands of people that could enable us to make smarter responses to that.
Planet Labs set out with the mission to photograph the entire Earth every day. And they thought, how are we going to do this? They said, let's build our own satellite.
Commercial imaging satellites, they're very large. They are very expensive. We took a different approach.
By making them really small, we can launch lots of them, and by launching lots of them, we can cover this, to get to this mission of imaging the whole Earth every day.
If we can do that, then we can literally change the way that we see the world.
And they called it the Dove. It's about the size of a loaf of bread.
Our doves are basically mainly a big camera with a telescope looking down to take pictures of the Earth. We initially developed the first Dove satellite in our garage, so we kept on iterating the Dove design. We made it better and better, and eventually we put our first one into space. We had no idea what the quality would be like.
I mean, we didn't know if it was going to work.
But we got an image down, and it was so beautiful, and we knew at that point we could make this technology work.
Wow, we can really do this, and we can achieve this mission, which is something that's really needed for us to understand global change.
So we had done a couple of demonstration satellites, but the next steps we wanted to do was to scale it up to test the first fleets of satellites.
But what made that possible was actually access to space.
So here's the problem, that in order to take pictures of the entire Earth every day, you're going to need more than 1 or 2 satellites. You're going to need a whole lot of satellites, and you're going to need to be able to deploy them really fast. And really, there's only one obvious choice on how to deploy that, and that's the International Space Station.
There was no other platform in the world in order to get access to space of that fashion in that time period than the International Space Station.
NanoRacks is our key partner with NASA.
At NanoRacks, we understood Planet Labs' vision, and we knew that we could help. We worked together to figure out what was going to be the best way to get as many satellites as possible, and we basically developed a new platform. It goes out of the gym airlock. It's picked up by a robotic arm, pointed out into space, and it fires these little satellites off of the space station.
They were able to secure 28 of our satellites to be launched from the International Space Station, and that was known as Flock 1, our first constellation.
This opened up the whole world to satellite developers and people that could put things into orbit fast.
We now deploy these on a regular basis from the International Space Station. And now today, we're able to operate the largest fleet of Earth imaging satellites in human history.
And none of that would have been possible without the International Space Station.
The International Space Station does enable young, small companies like ourselves to get going in space.
The ISS provides a lot of opportunities for commercial companies to test and find where the market in space is going to be.
And so what we're seeing today is a proliferation of new ideas, new concepts. It's almost like it's a renaissance of what's happening in space. Buckle up and strap down, because this is going to be a rocket for all of us in the global community to be part of.
I used to think when I was growing up in Florida, lots of thunderstorms in Florida, you know, that here's this storm over top of me, and it's just this individual little thing that just is about a storm over Florida. And in fact, now after looking at the Earth from space, I see that that little storm in Florida is connected to Africa and Europe and all across the planet. And one of the most impressive things to see is how the Earth presents itself as alive when you're watching these storms at night just trickle across the whole surface of the planet like its own nervous system. And the emotions of the Earth, you know, seeing storms that are developing, and the way you know from having that experience on Earth how it's probably impacting the people and the places down there. It's like, oh, is it upset and mad today versus the sunshine over some other part of the planet? And really gets you looking at it in a different way, an appreciative and respectful way. When you're crossing the deserts in Africa, and the way the dunes form, and they almost look like little, you know, birds have run across the sand. And then this contrast you'll get from kind of the pinks and oranges and whites to these dark grays and almost deep blues and of rocks and everything that are intersecting with it. And the Bahamas and the northern coast of Venezuela, which quite honestly is, I think, the most beautiful place on our planet. It is just incredible.
So I'll have to find a different channel. They just put it on private. Okay, guys, bear with me then. Sorry, I have neighbors if you hear them in the background.
What's the difference between prompt
ads? Always know how there's an election coming? Okay, so this explains why there's nobody in the air right now. According to what I'm reading, they have waived off the launch till Monday. Makes things complicated for me. I believe I have things to do Monday, so I may not be able to stream it Monday. So we'll take this off. So I've been live for a whopping 20 minutes. I guess I will stay for a bit, but I'm not entirely sure what you guys would like to talk about. In the background. Somebody turning on my camera. I don't know if it'll let me change the title. If so, maybe I'll just do it as a air traffic feed, and just let it run in the background. Let me bring up this world cam with what Artemis's launch things are saying, so you guys can actually see it too. I'm gonna screen share that, but give me a second to pull it up. Meanwhile, enjoy the pretty soft rock, huh? Or if you're from my RC channel, missing half of it. I really should get on doing that. I might do that at maybe 11:30. I'm gonna type in this feed you're hearing in the background for a little while, and then maybe get that ready. Maybe we'll tackle this. I haven't played RC cars since my back surgery, so it might be fun. Again, if you're here for the Artemis launch, I apologize. I didn't know they were going to yet again move it to Monday. But I wasn't going to just not film for you guys either. My poor old Chromebook has a loading speed of a sloth. Let me shut this off. That might help.
Sign up as an Expedia member and see more of the world's lemons.
Good for nothing commercials I'm not going to get paid for. finding you guys a good feed. WorldCam gets enough publicity, we'll find somebody with a good feed but slightly smaller. Silence you. Let's check on the chat. You guys still in here? Oh. It's fighting with me, boys and girls. I found my NASA shirt and everything, and yeah, now it's issues. Let me switch this out. Okay, you guys should be able to see that, correct? Hopefully. Spelling is important. Let's see if this comes through. Probably barely. I blocked my face off. It's alright. Unfortunately, though, it does block out what I actually need you guys to see. Okay. Come to my attention, it's not even broadcasting. Let's fix that. Much better. And I don't know what the lag is between what's on the screen and my voice as to what I'm doing versus how long it takes for everything to show up. I don't believe there's any audio with that. I think he's got it set to mute like I'm going to hear soon. Shut the ADS-B down because I don't need it, guys. I was going to say, why did it do that? Shut it off on my phone. Maybe that'll help. So I guess the question now becomes, what is the launch window on Monday? Seeing as they scrapped it for now since it's got a leak. Doing all this without my glasses. Hey, I can see. Okay, calendar indicates I don't have anything to do Monday the 5th. That's Labor Day. Which means I should be able to stream it. However, we will need to be finding out when to stream it. Sorry if I don't make any sense. Like, I haven't had enough Mr. Coffee here. Mr. Loves? So yes, I lost 7 of you here. This was supposed to be that big ship right there, giant firecracker, going into space. As you can see, it's not going to. So I will be working in the background here to set up a room for Monday. After that, maybe I'll come back on live. I will tinker with this for a little while. That won't be on Mr. Radar. That's going to strictly be on Jessica's 2-car garage. I do need to find out what the launch window is. Oh, it also looks like I need to get better at working electronics. Silence. Oh, wow. 12 in the morning? Well, I guess if you're going to have issues and you're not entirely sure if your rocket's going to work, don't want to blow it up in front of everybody. 12 in the morning is a good way to do that. I'm being facetious, ladies and gentlemen. I know that there's a certain angle of the dangle with the moon and the stars, and you can only launch at certain times, but and information's all over the place. See if I can find some real information. No. Okay. NASA hasn't updated their website. So naturally, since they haven't updated their website, I'm going to have to go fishing for the actual information. Okay, there are things I have to do offline. But finding the information is not one of them. Unfortunately, it's like watching paint dry. All I'm doing is picking the fur off of my glasses. Animals. They've been very, very cuddly with me since I've gotten back surgery. I wish I could read those scribbles, but I can't do anything with that, sir. I do hope it's hi. If it is, hello. How you doing? Welcome. Didn't know there'd be 30 plus of you here for a scrubbed launch. I might have to bring up what I was going to do. That's what I'm getting on mine. I'm going to set up the room for... Oh, that's the 29th. It's a drinking game. When I get something wrong, I have to have more coffee, because obviously I'm not there yet, right? Now, let me try to find some real information. Not CNN, not the Times. There's National Public Radio. I mean, probably better than CNN. You know, they could have just put an official little thing on their official little YouTube thing that scrolls across like Launchpad did here for us. That would have been great. Because I may or may not have come on. I may have just let the room sit because it's going to be easier for me to set up that way. Nothing on National Public Radio. This is how you know how to weed out your news. Won't always trust what's on the major headliners. Wow, Reuters is the closest thing to current news. It would be nice if everybody would take this stuff a little more seriously and less serious about whatever actor is eating lunch today. But alright. To each is their own, right? Well, they're calling off the launch for the day. So, it's not going to happen today, to answer your first comment. The second comment is, yeah, anytime you have radiation, there's problems. Just keep in mind, I'm trying to keep it somewhat PG, because it is history. So, you get that one comment. After that, I'm going to have to start taking them down. We'll find a way. There's lead shielding we can put around us. Yeah, I'm going to shut this down at 11 o'clock, so. Regardless of if I have the information I need or not. Chat's starting to get silly and the rocket's not going to leave, so. If you are actually here for the rocket launch, I appreciate it. Please like and subscribe, and hit the bell. Make sure to hit the bell, because that way you'll know when I'm trying to do this again and when they've gotten their collected such and such together. Smile. Smile again. So, you guys are on my main channel that you're messing with me. But it does show 40 of you here. Do me a favor and put an airplane in there if you are actually subscribed to me. Who would like to know? I'm going to keep it open to the public, even though I'm having these issues. It is history. Can't change history. And how many people are around and doing foolish stuff is part of history. I hope we have little discs later on that I'll actually be storing all this. I guess that could be an issue, right? Later on. I mean, we got transparent aluminum now. Look it up. Google it. I'm not lying. Just don't know how much it is. Is that when the launch is? The 6th? That would make it Tuesday? Tuesday. I'll close you guys out with a Spaceballs clip. I just have to think of which one. So we will be up a little bit past 11. Because the way StreamYard works, in order for me to copy and paste the title and description and all that, I have to have the actual room I'm in and broadcasting from up. As well as what I'm setting up. Otherwise, I have to type all this out, and I was up till 1 in the morning Pacific Standard Time, typing all this out. Now, if I translate that, am I gonna have to put you in your own little special room? be kind, guys, because I can go back and I can actually do that when I'm not even live. I don't have to be live to put you in your own little room. We can talk, we can have fun and everything, but I don't want it. I don't want the trolls. I'm going to let you stick around. You're replying back. Triple F, thank you. I will add that to my itinerary. I, however, can only do so much with working with the stream and all that here. I do appreciate that. For the 6th at midnight, and then that's what you guys will get for the upcoming alert. And then when we actually do go live, that's when you guys will get the actual live. It will be no later than 1 hour before the launch window. That gives me time to go and pull the ADS-B, well, the airplane video. It's not video, really. It's kind of data. Alright, I'll show you guys before I shut it down after I get this set up. Sir, sorry, but can't have that. It's not just because I'm a U.S. citizen. Lord knows our president is not the president of the world. Just trying to keep the politics out of this. We're here for the rocket. You want to talk politics? You can head over to a different channel. KLW World News will be more than happy to ban you real quick for stuff like that. You're welcome to go over there. You might run into me. I might just ban you myself over there. I'm not going to do it here simply because I'm giving you a chance, okay? Well, hopefully it'll launch this year. We've got a bunch of year left. Buzz, buzz, buzz. Oops. I almost did something silly. Well, good day from Lithuania. Thank you for being here. I am just about done setting this room up for Tuesday. StreamYard will let me come on anytime. It doesn't hold me to that time. So I could click it a minute from now. I could click it a day or two after the scheduled time. So it gives me a little bit of flexibility. Yeah, there's not going to be a launch today, so you're welcome to go to sleep. 3 a.m. in Japan? Yeah, I get it. I've been up at 3 a.m. before with these streams. Day before yesterday was a fine example. We had 2 B-52s over in the European theater. And it was bounced up all night. On and off. Not the greatest when you're supposed to be recovering from surgery, but the world does not stop for a single human being. Yes, take care. I'm only going to be on another 5-10 minutes. I'm just going to show the next view. So, I will switch this over. For the 8 or so of you remaining. So this is what it'll look like when I am doing the feed and they are doing the launch. Cape Canaveral's here. Launch pads in this area. I have the weather radar set up. Both styles, I believe. So I have the Next Red and the NOAA. More than likely, I will be doing a worldwide military plane broadcast, at least one 12-hour feed between now and launch. You're welcome to look for that. That's going to be on Mr. Radar. That will not be on Jessica's 2-car garage. So those of you here on Jessica's 2-car garage, you will have to head over to Mr. Radar's channel, which I will move and drop a link for. But this is the type of airplane watching that you're going to get. Can't multitask. Okay, working on it now. It does allow me to see each aircraft. So if you don't know, you can see each aircraft. It gives you all kinds of information about it. We can even get a history for it. It shows a track of where it was. So there are a lot of things you can do with it. It's not just a cheesy little video game type deal. So that right there is the link for Mr. Radar. So if you're in here under Jessica's 2-car garage and you like what this is, I will be, when I'm broadcasting normally with this, it's going to be on Mr. Radar. Special events and such like that will be both channels, but generally speaking, it'll be Mr. Radar. So with that, it is 8 minutes past 11 on my end. And obviously they are not going to be doing anything, so there's no real sense in any of us sitting in front of this and not doing anything. So I will call it a day here at 11:10. I appreciate you guys being here. Hope to see you again. And have a good day and take care of yourselves. Be nice.